we got onto the topic about, chicks hitting her. I was like, it's because you look innocent. Like, because we was talking about she went to like a swingers club, how they would approach her. Although she's not, but she looks, the appearance, the perception of it.
I look innocent.
You are innocent.
And
though,
people
truly,
get off.
honestly.
People get off by trying to turn the motherfucker out. So
you might have like a little bit of a bad side, but you're not like, as far as in the freak world, you're not like.
How you figure that?
Because you didn't
because you don't know any of those things.
Okay, well, fuck y'all.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Did you tell her what it was?
No. So bukkake is when a bunch of men, and there's usually one girl, and they would ejaculate in a certain area, and she typically either drenches herself in it or drinks it.
Okay. They do the same thing with squirting.
Hentai is cartoon porn. And
so these are Oriental words.
No, they're just regular common sex words.
They all sound like items on a
Asian
massage parlor.
No, because I've seen like the Oriental porn where it really be like 15, 20 guys and like the girl just.
It's actually very common.
The most disturbing one is when it's like one dude, his dick like one hole and after the other, it's just like a vine all through it.
Yeah, right. That's the purple one. That's the most common anime or Asian porn.
It makes you question shit because it's like, do I really want to finish to this?
Like, did I just masturbate to that? Did I just ejaculate to that?
Right. It's like, I don't think. I don't know.
BBC got right. BBC's Big Black Hawk, and Hitachi is the old school back massage that was turned into a female sex pleasure device.
All right, so you know
the machine.
So you know Brown Sugar, right? You seen the movie?
Yeah.
Brown Sugar.
Where she was like,
it's a massager.
It's a person massager. That's what that is.
Yeah.
That's why she's like, yeah, sure.
It was originally a back massager with a head this big, but apparently you females can't keep back massages out of your pants. So
it makes you question who cares about sex more. Because you had to be pretty horny to be like, you know what?
Well,
this will work.
Obviously, the first sexual device was a dick. Over a vagina. It's easy to create a dick. You can take a tree and insert it into your vagina. You can't put your dick into a tree hole.
Well, that's one hell of a splinter.
Hell yeah.
Oh, so we're the sexual deviants. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, I mean,
I'm sex positive.
Are you shaming?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Anything.
That's just my cop out. I'll be like, if I say something, it's about, I can't believe that. So you like shaming my opinion, how I feel? Like that's what we're doing in 2022.
Teach me something new.
Hey.
All right, y'all ready?
Introduction. Anyone want to lead?
I'll go.
Let's do it. Take us away.
Y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Stirring the Pot. Brittany, not Brittany.
It's your boy Clutch here.
One of your favorite two, but definitely not number two, Ramon.
Hit that play button and tune into the conversation.
Soon as she reads the question.
Alright, y'all got it.
So we have my poo today. Chelsea, so happy to have her.
Hey, Pooh.
Hey, Pooh. And
Clutch.
And
Ramon. Sitting beside Megan Bryan.
The one and only.
Oh, alrighty. Alright, so our question this evening is
If a woman demands cash in order to have sex with a man, is that a form of financial abuse?
This is October. This is domestic violence in month, awareness month. So it's a really important question to ask. I personally think yes. I definitely think that.
Can we read the question again?
If a woman demands cash in exchange for sex, is that financial abuse? I don't think so. That's her job.
So not in a situation of prostitution, but like if you meet a girl and you guys have a particular relationship and you guys are having sex, but then she's asking for cash in order to have sex with her, or like flying a chick out where she doesn't want just a flight, she wants the hotel, she wants the diners.
So she wants the wine and dine experience.
That's a scheme.
Right.
She's scheming without. Okay.
Right, but she's using her vagina as leverage in order to get what she wants. It's just as bad as a man sitting there saying like, "Oh, you got to stay with me because no other man would treat you like this." Or it's like leverage over something.
I might marry you one day, but let's see how like the dangling hope of the dangling hope part.
Right.
Okay.
I don't see nothing wrong with this. I see nothing at all wrong with it. I feel like at the end of the day, it's her vagina. And that's the standard that she's setting for it. So if you want it, you got to pay. You got to pay to play. My grandma used to say that all the time.
PTP.
You got to pay to play.
So it runs in the
Fuck you.
So you ever asked her about Jesus?
No.
Her name Mary, right?
No.
I think it's, to me, with that situation, that's hard, but I just get mad when a female gets surprised that she has to now, that the guy's not going to only go so far, and then she's put in that position, like a dude could be paying the bills with her giving up no ass, and then all of a sudden he hit her with that, hey, so I've been doing this, I'm going to need something in exchange, and all of a sudden she's surprised and mad that it's happening right now, like, oh, you're going to have to give up this pussy for rent. Like, but don't be mad about it because this is a game you chose to play. Like, if you think you're gonna keep doing all this shit without expecting something to retire, you're crazy. Like, you just self-deception is the number one killer in America. Like, you just played yourself, and it's like now you like that show, rap shit.
Yeah,
when old boy walked in with his boys, and all of a sudden she pissed off at the world that she couldn't stay in the hotel after she was flaunting and all this shit. Now she's sitting there like mad at the world.
Mad at the world.
It's like, nah.
I feel like those situations are a little bit different because if we're dating, 9 times out of 10, whether it's same partner, same sex, or opposite sex, the pursuer is gonna give up some type of money, time, or whatever because I want you to see that I'm who you're supposed to be dealing with. Now, if that person has a standard for themselves, just like Brittany said, okay, in order to get this, you got to spend this much or you got to give that much. If that's the standard they set and you're aware, then sooner or later you're either going to give in or you're going to move on. But these new things where the girls are like, okay, I'm going to dangle the possibility of this in front of this guy. He does it and then she gets there and he's like, no, she's like, no, I'm not going to have sex with you. And they literally like kick the girl out, cancel the flight and all of that. That's a form of abandonment. Like, you can actually go to jail for that. Like, you don't tell somebody that I got you covered, fly them out somewhere, and then basically return their flights, return all of this, leave them stranded. Like,
I disagree.
Me too.
Well, the law disagrees. The law agrees with her.
It really is the law.
I got something to say about that. That's fine.
Yeah,
in what state? Every state or?
I don't know if it's every state, but
in
California for sure.
Oh yeah, California is fucking super liberal. Fuck that.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing with that.
California to Florida, and we already talked about something's happening, is going on, and you decide that you want to do something else differently, and you expect the same type of energy and expenses. Just know that
that right
it's gonna
there,
cut short a little bit.
We've already talked about something going on, and I don't know what this thing is, but first of all, if you don't know this dude, why the fuck are you going outside of 10 miles?
Right.
Like, so you putting yourself in this position,
danger.
like,
Yeah.
And risk.
like you let him fly you all the way out, like, and first of all, just assume every man being nice to his offering date. Like,
yeah,
like,
I mean, nobody's
we
gonna
know
do
this
that
now.
for nothing.
But these be grown ass women that know this is what dudes want, but then be so fucking surprised when he fly you out. First of all, if I'm buying a flight, I'm getting ass wherever the fuck we going. that unless it's my mom, my sister, my daughter. Other than that, those are the only ones I'm gonna ever fly out. Mm-hmm. Other than that, if I fly you out, there's ass being clapped. Like I don't. What is this? Like all of a sudden you surprised that you gotta actually earn your way back. Like, and then on top of that, pay. Why not pay for? Why not say I pay for my own flight?
Yeah. I kind of feel like in those situations, there clearly is a miscommunication. There's a unspoken understanding on the men's end that, okay, I'm flying her out, so she must know that
I agree.
If we ain't fucked prior to this, we fucking this weekend. And for her, it's kind of like that. Remember, it was a trend where I don't really like you, but I'm going to go on a date because I want a free meal.
Yeah.
I really feel like that's the new trend with the women that are doing this to these men. Right. It's like, oh, well, I know I'm not fucking him, but I'm going to get a free trip. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that on his dime versus just having a conversation like, hey, I'm doing all of this for you. Like, when we get there, don't be trying to act shy or, you know, like how you've been acting before. Like, I kind of feel like both parties know what's expected, but nobody's
gonna speak on it.
Yeah. Gonna speak on it, and then everybody's
until you get to that
crazy as fuck when she says no, and he's like, "What the fuck?
You got me
sir,
fucked up.
Did we have the conversation?
Yeah.
Up until this point, have you gotten some ass from me? Up until this point, have I made it seem like you was really gonna get some ass?
I agree with you. It's both. Everybody's to blame because too many dudes be like, "Oh yeah, I'll get this for you. Anything you need." Like, you already advertising, so she hasn't even. You ain't got ass and you already advertising, so she's already got the idea in her head. Oh, I don't have to do shit. Like,
that's
I don't
like
have to
if
work
a girl
hard.
sucks your dick before you give her head.
Explain that. Well, hold on. What?
You already gave me head, so if I was gonna eat your pussy, I'm not.
Oh, okay. All right. I see what you're saying.
You already gave me head. So.
I'll see. No, 69 this bitch. 69 this shit. Same time, nigga. Same time.
See, that's what I'm saying. It's like people be so shocked and confused, but you already was.
I think that's bad communication because I've never had that experience.
What?
Like the whole like exchange head for head thing. I've never had that.
Lucky you.
I won't even. You won't get no dick if we didn't have a conversation about what we're interested in doing beforehand. Like, I don't really have a reason to waste a body for you. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up.
Not to waste the body.
Not serious. Like, I'm not, like, what you mean? Certain, you can just pick up certain things with certain people. And, like, I don't know. I like a certain type of girl, maybe. I don't know.
I'd like to test, like if she coming over and I'm like, I'm making dinner. The way I learn how to test if what's going to happen, she be like, do I need to bring anything? You could be dessert or you could bring dessert. That's up to you. So if you bring dessert, I already know ain't shit about to happen. Right. We good. Dap you up when the movie over. But if you don't bring dessert, I'm like, all right. I think I made it clear with that.
Right.
She didn't bring dessert on purpose. She avoided the stores on the way here. So.
Right.
So what happens if she does bring dessert?
He gonna dap up at the end of the movie.
I mean, I'm not gonna force anything because that just tells me. But now,
because I like dessert.
But if she brings dessert, but then you'll say
that's a conversation about communication. Because like if you brought dessert to the door, I'm be like, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna eat that and you. I'm gonna make my intentions clear. Okay. I'm gonna make intentions clear for everything. Like I'm not gonna have you do anything and come over here and expect something different. Mm-hmm. And that's not me. So we're gonna have conversations about me receiving head, you receiving head, intimacy. And if that's not something that we can like agree on, then there's no reason for you to come over my house. First of all, you don't come to my house unless we're doing something. There's no reason to be in my house.
Right? I know that's right.
We can go meet somewhere else. We can go to the bar, chilling like that. If you come through my threshold, there's like a 98% chance that I know that I'm doing something. And if you say no, obviously we don't do it. But I'm intending and I'm expecting you to be here for that.
Especially if it's the first time, so you already feel comfortable to be alone with me. So, but in that situation, I feel like if I say that, the chick be like, well, how come we can't do both? Then I'm like, oh okay. Right. Then we know where this night is going. So, all right.
Okay. Very interesting.
Yeah, like that shit flying out. I'm going to tell y'all a story that I don't agree with, but because my brother's the type of gentleman that he is, So we're out and about, and there's this chick just crying on the curb, just crying. And my brother's like, "Yo, what's up? Like, you good?" She's like, "I know this guy that brought me here from Orlando, just left me. We got into an argument." I'm like, and he's like, "Well, shit, I'll take you back because he's a gentleman. Me personally, bitch, you should have talked your shit when you got home." Like, shut the fuck up. I understand he just disrespected you, but you need to get home, and you in a place where no family.
No
shut
money,
the fuck up.
Get your ass.
Wait till you get home to the door, or at least where you can call an Uber. It's not expensive. Talk your shit then, but don't do it when you like more than 10 miles. And that's why I say, motherfuckers allow a dude that's not even your boyfriend to take you 10 miles out of your zone. Like,
that's crazy.
That's dangerous, and you setting yourself up because now you're you have to submit to him because, especially if you don't have no family like that or a family in that place you're going, you have to submit to this guy. Like, so he talk shit, he do some fucked up shit.
Have your own money.
That right there.
That's the thing. Like, I even up like that. Like, first of all, if
I'm going nowhere
to go to dinner, I'm not ordering anything that I'm not already prepared to pay for.
Hell yeah.
Like, I was already taught that. Like, regardless of where you go, always have a couple of dollars in your pocket. Yep. Like, enough to make a phone call, get somebody to meet you halfway, or know someone to call that's going to say, okay, I'll put this on my card, you just pay me back.
But the current culture is all about spending money on women, and it's like inflated culture of like just throw it in the bag and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say T.I. started it, but T.I. was the first person that brought awareness to. Yeah, exactly. He was one of them first, I would say, at least for me in my life, that was like, this is how you treat a woman. And then I feel like a lot of other people was like piggybacked off that, and now it's like, you have to buy a Birkin. You can't buy a Louis no more. Louis bag don't work.
So but you know where that comes from?
Child, please.
You know what I feel like that comes from?
Do you understand how you can't buy a Birkin? You don't understand that, right? Like, you can't walk into a Birkin store and buy a Birkin. No. You need to buy a bunch of high expensive Louis Vuitton bags and then be invited to the Birkin place location to buy custom Birkins. Like, you can't just buy one. Like, you talk about hundreds and thousands of dollars you're spending for this $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 bag.
Yeah.
And you know what I feel like? I feel like dudes who just throw money out like that have no game.
Yeah. Oh, I work with them.
They have no game, which is why they put their best foot forward. It's like, well, this is what they like. Here it is. Mm-hmm. I don't have to work hard.
I don't agree with that.
Nah, it is. But it
no,
is.
100%. I was a VIP host, and I'll tell you, them dudes with the biggest bags, they go in there, they get all the bottles, and they have a great-ass section, and then they go, Steven, bring me some girls. Now, I got to fucking run around and find a bunch of girls to bring to them. And they don't do anything besides pour liquor to their mouths. They don't want to talk to them. They don't want to get freaky. They just hope that the girls get wet because they got money. And most of the girls do, honestly, because there's
it's so easy.
Bottle rats. I don't mean to be so disrespectful, but there's bottle rats and there's bottle boys, and they end up coming together.
Because if I already know what gets you, like, I already know cheese catch mouse, so all I gotta do is hold cheese in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
without the promise of ever giving you $1.
Right.
That is very true.
Yeah, but chicks do everything in the hopes that, well, if he doing this, and that's why I say it's kind of men's fault, because you offer too much, she didn't do nothing, and so in her mind she already thinking, well, I ain't have to do shit, I got that.
Yeah, but just like what he just said, it kind of works to your advantage if you play it right, because I'm showing you the potential of what I have. So you as a female is like, well, I'm using my pussy as a down payment.
Gotta be quicker than that.
I'm gonna suck the fuck on him good tonight. Hopefully enough that he's like, all right, I think I want to spend a couple of dollars on her.
But that's the other thing too. It's like that doesn't necessarily work. Like, women think that they have more leverage than they do for the money. It's just like, you buy a girl a drink in the club, she's like, oh, Patron. Like, what?
Hold on, do you normally drink Patron? Because I was gonna say about the seafood. Like, she would order seafood with you, but she just said the other week that she allergic. Like, like, how the fuck did this change? That you can eat this shit now all of a sudden when I pay for it, but
right. Mm-mm. I think that there's like, you got to work into where you need to be, and some girls are cute enough to do that. It's other girls, it's just like, I guess it's got to play both sides, because some niggas are just suckers. Some niggas are just gonna buy you those double shots of Patron for you and all your friends, and I'm just trying to talk to you, and she gonna take those shots and walk away.
What we just talked about earlier.
Do your thing, I guess.
They happy for that attention, like the attention. They probably don't have, never really got enough attention for females, so it's just like, this is the first time. So, well, shit, It's 10 of y'all. I bought all y'all drinks. Y'all just. I'm
Just
just give me the attention. Like,
Yeah.
make me look good.
Yeah.
So you don't agree with it, but I'm telling you, there's niggas out there like that. Like, we had a conversation. I was telling her, like, think about the dude. Never. He's always been a nerd, been an outcast in school, but he finally gets that one chick that's fucking hot, and everybody's like, yo, how the fuck you get her? He gonna stick around long. He ain't gonna want to let that go too easy. Like, he gonna deal with a bunch of bullshit. He ain't about to just like, well, fuck you, damn bitch. Like,
I had a friend, back in high school. I don't know what it is, but the lighter, it's just automatic plus 10 points.
Oh, light skinned girls?
Yeah, so she was like yellow with green eyes, and she was bow-legged, and she was actually thick before the butt shot.
It's a good thing.
It's a abnormality, but for whatever reason, it's
that was a thing.
Did she put a
bow leg or butt?
She had a nice ass, but she was bow-legged, so it's a little bit different because out of every girl in the school, she was maybe one of 3 that was bow-legged.
I'm gonna ask questions. Bow-legged when you're like,
your legs go like this.
Like this.
So you ever seen Trina
you have a bowl
stand up?
legs.
She's bow-legged. Trina the rapper,
yeah,
she's bow-legged. It just gives you a different type of
there's more than one Trina.
stand. Well, shit.
I hear that. That's my boy's girl. His girlfriend's name is Trina, but I think of that.
Okay, well, her physique is everything. Like, a lot of people talk about her physique. So this is that girl, and she was like, "No, any guy that look good, I don't talk to him. I talk to the ugliest, darkest guy I could find." I was just
what
like,
up, Trina?
What?
Nah, you're not.
What up, Trina?
Hold the fuck.
I'm not.
What?
I ain't the ugliest
Hold the
motherfucker in
fuck
the world,
up.
but I ain't the Rock. So holla at your boy. I ain't
What's wrong
Flavor
with-
Flav.
What's wrong with dark guys?
But I ain't the Rock.
Again, think about when you were in high school and when you were in high school.
Colorism.
It was really like,
It was light skins.
if you were really, really light, plus 10, you could be ugly as shit, but you got something over the brown, dark-skinned girls.
Yeah.
Only because you're light-skinned. And society, for whatever
Fuck
reason,
yeah.
the darker you are, the less attractive you are.
I'm a sexy motherfucker.
You are. Both of you are. But think about in high school. Nobody was praising y'all for being dark skinned.
Hey, yo, fuck that. When you hear a compliment like that, you gotta let it out. Because you doing it on the inside. You like, shit, I'm blushing right now.
He's probably wet. Can you finger him just to find out?
Hey.
But think about it, your younger years, nobody had appreciation for your skin tone. I know people come up to you now probably like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful.
I was one decade or too young.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
90s
But
was
now
fire for
everyone's
us.
like, oh my gosh, your skin is so beautiful.
That's because they
This,
realize
that,
we don't
and
bruise
that.
easy. We ain't about to be on first 48 snitching. We take it in.
I guess I've seen him.
I joke, but I give my brother who's light skinned hella shit. I'm like, man.
He was doing a club yesterday. He was talking to some girls, and I started talking to him. And he was like, "Nah, I don't like that girl." And I was like, "Why not?" He goes, "Yeah, she was alright. She already wanted it too bad." She was like, "Oh, you're so sexy," and I was like, "I'm not interested." And usually what I hear from light skinned dudes is that girls will approach. That's the thing too. It's like girls will approach light skinned guys and be a little bit more aggressive with them than they will with dark skinned guys. But light skinned guys don't. Light skinned guys don't like it. Like light skinned guys don't like getting hit on. Tall guys usually don't like getting hit on, and I've had all the different types of friends. But the dude was even saying that too, and I'm like, this dude got dreads, he's tatted, he's light skinned, he's got a little chin hair. You know, two dudes that were dancing, and I'm like, bro, you're like no homo, like one of the top 5 cutest dudes in here. You're light skinned, you're skinny, you're like 21, 22 years old.
We talking about the black chick, the short black chick? Was it saying that?
Don't give her too much.
No. Because she looked at here's why I asked, because it was a song that came on, and the way she looked at me, I was like, oh, this bitch is a thug. Like, I didn't want to be around you. Like, she had that like grimy look. Like, she made that look. I'm like, oh, she a thug. And I told her, I was like, I ain't trying to do it. I'm good, yo. Like, I don't want no part of this circle.
Cheetah's friend. Think about it.
Yeah.
So
we talking about the same thing.
So she goes up to dude, and apparently she was like, "Oh, you're so sexy," and was dazed, and he was like completely turned off. And it's funny because if you go to the club, usually dudes are looking for.
That's so weird to me. So he can't take a compliment.
So being tactful is super important when being intimate. If I came up to you and I was like, "Oh my God, you're so gorgeous," you'd be like, "Weirdo." Right.
Like,
And it's kind of the same thing, but girls don't think the same thing because girls are usually the ones that are being sought after. So when you can finally sit there and find someone attractive and say it to them, for someone who gets hit on all the time, it's the same thing that a girl is perceived the same way that a girl would.
Didn't your boy tell you that?
Some dudes, nobody feel like
when you were
like
would give him like compliments and he'd be like, "Oh, don't do that. I don't like."
Oh
that.
yeah.
Would you say like?
And he
light skin.
Yep.
Would you say like?
And he fine.
Would you say shit like, "Damn, nigga, you bad as fuck"? Would you say shit like that?
No, we were dating.
No,
like
it's
he
her
was my
nigga.
nigga.
But
and
was
I
you
just
saying
like,
shit
you so
like
fine.
that?
I'm
Like,
so
that ass is
sexy.
fat. Just smacking all his ass.
I wouldn't emasculate him. I wouldn't.
All right, because some dudes feel like that, especially they get compliments too much.
Yeah.
It's like,
His thing was he really like girls who don't know him or just be like, yeah, man, I'll suck your dick and all. I was like, girl, say that in their boss. He was like, yeah. So me being your girl, if I'm talking to you like that, it's like a turn off to him because he hears it
all the time,
so often from hoes. So it's like you don't never want to look at your girl in that light.
what?
and that's why.
No,
Yeah,
like
it's a thing. It's a real thing.
It really is a thing.
You want to look at your girl as a...
It's like
What like we talking about?
All right, so
for everybody, that type of thing.
Let me make you an example, right? It's gonna be a little gruesome, a little sexual. You've been intimate with a woman and you've given a facial. I'm assuming at some point in the time.
All right.
So some girls that you don't really appreciate. Some girls that you don't really appreciate. Do you?
We had this conversation in the video too.
Yeah, y'all need to not.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
And she asked
Ain't
the same
nobody
question.
doing
What
it.
is a facial?
It's when you get your.
Ain't nobody
it's
doing
like
it.
exfoliation.
It's when she don't like to taste the cum, so she just take it on the face.
No.
So you've given girls facials. Would you want to give your wife a facial?
All
Exactly.
Right. This is kind of like all right.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, because then you look at it like
Exactly.
I'm good. Right. We had this conversation like, would you want your girl to eat your ass? Like, but, like just nasty shit. Like, because I understand it now. Because you can only be so nasty.
Right.
Because this like, if I spit in my girl's mouth, I don't want to fuck with her no more. I feel like that's degrading.
It's
like
demasculating.
I just degrade the fuck out of you by spitting in your mouth.
That's so crazy to me because personally, how I feel, if you're my guy, there's no limitations to what me and you could do.
I understand it, but
it seems also like men have this perception where it's like I have to get the good wholesome girl. That's my girl. That's who I present to the world. But that bitch is boring, and you cheat on her with the girl
that you would never
up for everything.
Well, you know why? Because, and I'm
I agree.
The reason why is because a man at the end of the day, this is crazy because I just had this conversation earlier. A man at the end of the day wants to come home to a safe house. I don't want to come home imagining and hoping that you're not out there doing whatever you're doing. I want to be safe in my environment. That's what I'll protect.
I feel like that's an insecurity within yourself.
That's
because
a cop-out.
If you are handling your business and you trust the woman that you're with, why can't you guys explore every fantasy together? Why seek someone outside of your home to fulfill that fantasy?
Because it's temporary. I was just fucking them hoes. I was gonna get right back.
But I can be that hoe. I can be everything that you want sexually.
But I only go to it. But there's a limit.
My value?
But there's a limit to how far because
my dick that I give you and the dick that I give these hoes is not the same.
But
maybe the first couple times to get you there. But after that, you don't have no idea what I'm doing.
So you're giving your woman basic dick?
No,
basic boring dick.
I'm not giving a basic dick, but it's more standard than I'm doing these other chicks.
But
why?
And
well, you don't step on your wife's face while you hitting it from the back. You do that too.
What?
Like,
my nigga, I'd have put my foot behind a chick's neck and hit it from the back. I don't want to do that to my shorty.
Yeah, I understand that part. Like,
I don't want to.
Do you mean literal foot on?
Yeah, no, like on her face, like you hit it from the back.
Now
How do you
watch
that?
Enough porn with them.
I have never seen
all
it.
Crazy.
Exactly.
I have never seen it.
And
Well,
that's a shame.
porn.
But
Yeah, I ain't never seen no shit like
because they
that.
be in awkward ass positions.
It's usually white dudes that do it, but.
And that's what I'm saying. Like when you get into like that like aggressive chopping, nigga, like there's nothing that's off the table.
So basically, you guys have disrespectful sex.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why I said there's a limit to how far I go with.
Okay.
I'm gonna push your face in that corner of the pillow over there, and after we're done, you're gonna have like 2 minutes trying to pull yourself out of that little dip in the corner right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's a limit because
that's not what I want to do.
That's why I say like if I spit in the bitch's mouth, like a female's mouth.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very disrespectful to just spit on somebody. So I'm like, yo, I can't do that to my.
So what if your woman?
This is my baby. Like,
kind of
that's the mother.
Like,
of my
what if
child.
your woman? She knows how you guys are, and she's like, okay, I'm gonna act good. I'm gonna be reserved. Da, 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 da. Now you in love, and that lady just whips the freak out one day on your ass. Then what?
Wait, if she whips a freak out on one day, that means I haven't brought it out of her yet.
Yeah.
Then there's
You
something
just
wrong.
said you don't have disrespectful
fucked
sex with
somebody.
your girl.
somebody else brought it
So
out.
for her,
somebody.
it was already there. Like,
No, it wasn't
real
there.
shit,
No.
real shit. A woman will lessen her sexuality to make you feel comfortable.
No, the fuck they won't.
Yes, they
no,
will.
I see that happening.
Yes,
I've
they
heard
will.
that happening. But still, if I haven't brought that already out, how many times has she gotten my dick?
But she knows
Not one time
she
just
likes
exactly.
disrespectful sex. You don't like disrespectful sex with your woman.
But I can
so that's a hard
understand.
conversation to have. Like, Ramon, the sex is okay, but the dick ain't
See,
dicking.
I understand that. But no, I understand that. But
How do you have that conversation?
I also understand
And
that it's based off maybe he said something.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like if a chick if I'm fucking with a chick and she say, oh, I had a guy try, like, if I was that type of dude, like, hey, she's like, I had a guy try on me, I ain't like it. I'll never do that. So why the fuck do I do the offer it then to you? I'll just stay away from it. I understand that. When you break it down like that, I understand that. Or like you say, I don't like roses.
I got something. Let me pick
So
like that.
I'll never offer roses to you, but deep down, you probably do. So I also say that's why you gotta watch what you say when you fucking with somebody, because I might hear you say something and take that as like, oh, well, shit, ain't no point in me fucking offering shit. But
Question for you. Do you know what ATM is?
Yes,
Stop.
the machine that you get the money in and out of.
Where's ATM?
I don't know.
Okay, would you do ATM?
No, because I don't know what the fuck that is.
Would you do ATM?
You gotta describe it. I might.
It's ass to mouth.
yeah,
Ass to mouth.
Ass to mouth.
I like how you just thought it
You're
was.
my man. Whatever you want to do, if you want me to put a
But
strap on and
see,
fuck
here's
you,
the thing.
I will do that.
I
Because
respect
you're
her.
my man.
I respect
have
her.
no limitations.
No, I respect her for that, because a lot of chicks or some men too asking for a position ain't willing to work the job. So if I totally believe if you my girl, I'm your dude. I understand to the fact that if I say no, somebody else gonna do it. I have to be willing to deal with those consequences if I say no. If you like anal once a week and I'm like, I ain't fucking with that shit, I have to understand that Trevor over there is gonna provide the anal for you if I don't do it. Same thing with if I like dancing in the club and you go to the club with me and you don't like dancing, you cannot be mad at me fucking dancing with some other chick. You had the chance to change it. Now I definitely believe the conversation should have been had at the beginning of the relationship on what you like, what you willing to deal with and not do. But still, you signing up for a 24/7 job, on call job, and talking about someone calling out and get mad when they, all right, well, we got some temps over here willing to do your job, and now you mad. So I understand, and I love her for that, like, because a lot of women ain't willing to do that. A lot of women I ain't doing that. That shit nasty. Like, I ain't doing none of that shit.
Nasty.
But
So here's three things that I can say that I wouldn't do with my girl that I would do with not a rando, but like someone who's not intimate with.
And I'm gonna beat your ass. Go ahead.
ATM is one of them. I'm not. That's not a thing. I can't. No.
yeah, that's very disrespectful with your girls. Like, I gotta kiss you after. Like, I'm good. You know?
So what's the difference
18
from her sucking your dick and then she give you a kiss?
Hold on, and that's the other thing too. That's number two. Number two is if I come in your mouth, you're my girl. I'm gonna kiss you after. I have no problem with that. It's my semen. You're my girl. Da 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 da. But like, if you're like some chick that I'm randomly fucking, depending on how good the sex is, depending on the sex, if the sex is fire, the shit might be on the table. Yo, sex is fire. Shit might be on the table.
Hell no.
And I'm gonna say gross, but it's not this to this extent. I done sucked my own semen out of a chick. No, and I was gonna say that.
Like, after you.
No.
Oh, I was about to say that's.
Once again, you can achieve the
narcissistic.
mission without digging a hole. From saying.
Okay.
So if you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying.
I got you.
So from saying like
I got you. No, you
You don't have to break it
I got
down.
you.
Don't break it down for us.
so I wouldn't do that. I would do that with my girl, but I wouldn't do that with a rando unless once again. And the other thing is A to V, because that's bacteria where it goes from the butt into the vagina. You got all different shit that happens. VD, other girly shit, yeast infections, and other girly shit that I don't know names of. But that's not something you would do with your girl. You got to deal with that. You got to deal with not her having to go to the hospital, or her having leakage and drippage and all those other shit that's happening. Now you got to take her to the hospital and be like, yo, what happened? Da da da. So like some chick, some rando that I don't really have to deal with. Yeah, why not? But like my girl,
I'm gonna be as disrespectful as possible, and that's what it is. It's the disrespectful shit.
I don't care
about
none of that shit.
Disrespecting, like,
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
Like, I'm gonna put my foot while I'm hitting it from the back all on this bitch's face, like,
right?
Like,
that's,
and you don't want to do that to your girl.
What does that do for you?
Once again, it's temporary.
You ever had sex so good you laughed?
That I laughed? No. You have?
All right, think it like this: you're on a diet, right?
I mean, I
No.
can say,
No, not
like,
hypothetically. Like if you're on a diet,
like in the middle of sex, like mid-stroke, just randomly laugh.
No.
I think for women, they probably cry.
I haven't had that. I've had to laugh, but it's usually right before.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the main thing.
Like,
I feel like more women will probably cry because
I'll
the
leave.
sex is
I'll
so
leave
intense.
after that. If a chick cry, she just fell in love, and she will kill you before she let anyone have you. I'm not doing it. I'm good. I done watched some
woman to me.
I done watched some movies, and I'm good. That would scare the fuck out of me. Like, yo, she nope.
Why I brought that up was because, like, if you're in the middle of sex and you laugh, typically it's when sex has been going on for a long time, and y'all made eye contact so many times, and sometimes. Not that it's bad, but sometimes it gets a little awkward of being intimate with someone for a long time, and you've gone through all the things that you can say, the emotions they can give, all the different moans and tones.
Are you saying like sex has lasted too long at this point?
Kind of, but
or when
things
they come,
happen.
they sound like a cow when they come. That's
no.
Funny. I would laugh at that.
No, just I don't know. I've done it. I've had other people that said the same thing, but.
You laugh. I've had it.
What I'm trying to say is, after you have sex for a long time, you start doing just random shit. See if you can do it. You have missionary, you have doggy style. As soon as you perfect that, what do you do?
I get that.
All right, you throw the leg sideways, the leg on this side, on the side. You know,
you hang a leg off the garage.
Pick up upside down on the wall. You do some other shit. You eat the pussy regular. You sniper, soldier, right? And then that's
eat the pussy.
Right, that's the advancement of sex. So you start off with missionary and doggy style, and then you start off with other shit. Then you end up with BDM or SNM, BDSM, and ass eating, swinging lifestyle, stuff like that. So eventually, it's like, yo, I done fucked this chick 4 or 5 times, and I'm tired of the same position of doggy style. My knee's tired. That fucking the back of that neck. The back of that neck.
So have y'all been to a swingers club?
Yeah.
How is that?
I've been to a party.
A party? Is it like invitation or like y'all?
It
just...
was.
No, it's Tampa. Tampa's one of the biggest spaces for swingers.
Oh yeah, if you go by IKEA, the Ebor.
Yeah.
If you take that street past to IKEA,
Amando,
301, I think.
Adamo.
I think they call it 301.
No, that's
Adamo.
That's
same
EYS.
street.
No, 2 different streets.
That's EYS. You talking
301 goes this way. Adamo goes this way. They're actually
Adamo goes east to west.
Oh well, down that street, going past that, ain't nothing but swingers clubs over there.
There's only one.
Girl, I've been wanting to go to a swingers club for forever now.
All right, maybe it's just because I know swingers that go to the other ones.
Like I heard about Eyes Wide Shut. That's like the only one I know.
It's another one like Paradise.
It's a good beginning. Caliente is really good. Paradise is in Orlando. There's a couple good ones. I've been to a lot of them.
I got a story. So back home, it was this.
We should plan a trip.
It was a swingers club called it was called Ace, and they did it in this mansion, right? So I ended up meeting a DJ that pretty much DJ'd the parties, and he would tell me about it. So he gave me the info. Now I heard about it from my boy, who's been wanting to go there for the longest. This motherfucker's like, man, let's go. I was like, man, you got to be a couple to get in. He's like, well, shit, let's play. I was like, nope. I ain't trying to go that bad. I'm not willing to. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that means people are gonna approach you.
Exactly. Oh my god. And I'm sorry. I'm not about to pretend. I'm not that good of a pretender for this. Like,
yeah.
I did go eventually with a chick, but yeah, with him I was like, nah. Like, if we can just walk in without having to say all that.
So women got to be in a couple too? They have to be a couple as well?
You have to be a couple to get
so
in.
women. So usually they price it because obviously with anything with sex, men are more interested in going than
You have
women.
a bunch of men come in.
So typically they'll have like $40 for men, $20 for women, $50 for couples. And typically the couple, they want like a male female. I'm sure that they probably do the same thing for male male because you can't distinguish in 2022. Not distinguish, but you can't like
Yeah.
But most places like I think Eyes by Shut is a great place to start because you have the sex room.
Where
area.
is that at?
It's on Adamo Drive.
Oh.
Adamo. Adamo.
Adamo Drive.
Well,
Yeah.
But you can go
Let's
into
do
the
it.
club section, and if you check online, go to Eyes Wide Shut. They have all different types of events. They do like reggae Thursdays. They do like newbie Thursdays. They do all different types of stuff. It's a good.
we gonna go with
it's
the
a decent.
newbies go.
It's a decent first night. First time thing.
I'm all for it.
I've been wanting to go for the longest to the Swingers Club.
It's fun.
We're supposed to go.
I'm still down to go. I'm always down to go.
There's this I guess this is the site. It's called the Upper Room, and they literally will have
No, I
an
am.
audience of people, and they'll have like 4 or 5 people.
Having sex.
I'm so down.
Not
to,
even so
like,
much
do it.
having sex, but like going through the crowd and like
I
you
wanna
can
be the
touch
one
them,
that
they
everybody
can suck
can
on you.
watch it.
Like
Let me
it's
ask you a
called the
question.
Upper Room.
Let
The
me ask
Upper
you a
Room.
question.
Is it in Tampa?
Yeah.
No, it's just on
It's a
porn.
porn?
Like I
Is
just
anybody
seen
afraid
it.
to like perform?
No.
Has
I
anybody
want to be
performed
the
in front
couple
of
that
people?
everybody watching.
You don't know until you do it.
I've
Like
done it before.
it's like men in threesomes.
I think I'd be good.
Every man think you good.
Every man think he good in threesome the first time. That shit do not work out for
My
every
ass,
man.
my ass was nervous. I told you last. I took Grey Goose. I let them go to the shower. My ass was nervous. Like
For real.
That seems like a lot of work for a guy.
It is a lot
Not
of work,
so much
but
for a girl, but
fuck it. I fucked the cramps.
But that's the other thing too. Is like most, and the funny thing is the opposite. Most men go into threesome saying like, "Yo, this is my dream. I can't wait. I'm gonna break both these bitches off. I'm gonna fucking get it in."
So you got one
And
sitting on your
and
face and
women-
riding you.
Right, and then women go
So
women go
disrespectful.
women go in, and then they're like, "Yo, this is like, what if my man leaves me for this girl? What if I don't perform? What if I don't do anything?" And women always have a great time in 3 ways because you're just literally it's just very natural. You have if you've never been with a girl before, you have a girl touching on you. You have a girl that's showing you different things that you may have not known what you could do with your body and all those other things that niggas say they be doing, but women typically know more obviously about a woman's body than a man would. And for a man, it's like the pressure of trying to please someone, overstimulated. Sometimes you can't get an erection. Sometimes you can't keep it up. Sometimes
if you
can't
like
last.
came
Wait.
to the party
You would think.
without your ID,
Yeah.
the fuck is wrong with you?
No, it's
I sent you
It's
a
tough.
video.
That was the
Remember that
biggest
video I
fear.
sent you that?
That's the biggest fear. Is like, yo, what if this happened too early?
yo, I've had
No, it was a show on Playboy TV, and it's a swingers club. They have a swingers club, so they go in, they get it popping, and this one, there was this a Spanish couple. He snapped the fuck out of her because she was getting it in, and he couldn't get it up. Like
Yeah.
he couldn't, his dick couldn't stay hard, and he was so blown about this shit.
and the show don't stop.
He ripped that whole up.
The show don't stop. The show don't stop.
He cleaned that bitch.
No,
One day he
yeah.
left her and all. What? He
Yeah.
he was
That's-
blown as fuck.
That's like,
And a man
That-
gotta deal with that because
that-
the show's not gonna stop.
and that is.
He was like,
Yo.
bitch, you over there riding.
How you
the
mad
man-
at me because you can't?
Hey, look, but he's
Listen,
nervous.
he was
But
sick.
his
I'm about to go find it.
Literally what I just said, because a man thinks that it's his best, and a woman is thinking that she's gonna lose her man. So a man's going in there trying to defend his woman, and he's like, "Yo, you know what? I got you. Don't worry about it. I'll never leave you for another girl. I'll keep you safe." And this nigga over here can't perform, and she's having a good time.
See, my
And they're
only
like, what you
thing.
mean?
To me, that's
What you
like
mean?
a nigga telling you a joke and you laughing too fucking hard. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like.
He
that.
literally said that shit. When he said, "I said you stupid as fuck."
Like, I don't like. You could dance with my girl. I'm cool, but the moment she laughed too goddamn hard at your jokes,
Yeah,
I
that's
got
your
Take
thing.
one of these.
Like,
Oh my god! What the?
hold on. hey, like it's just like you try to catch your breath and was laughing. So I'm not that fucking funny. I would be so offended because I also pride myself on being funny.
That's your thing.
Get your ass over
Like,
there.
shit funny to you? Shit funny to you?
Oh my
Like, yeah, I'd be like, dog, you laughing too goddamn hard.
For real.
Y'all are
Like,
so funny.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I ain't a jealous type person, but that right there would make me instantly like.
100%. I hate you. But yeah, my first three was like that. My first three was like, yo, listen, I couldn't get it up. I'm not ashamed to admit it. First three was shitty, and it took me a minute.
That's why I took shots of Grey Goose. I was scared. I was trying to get my nigga to sleep on the couch. I'm like, nigga, you trying to get up? He's like, nah, I'm going to sleep. That nigga just threw me. All right. Well, I guess we gotta do this.
And I
ain't gonna lie to you. I was nervous.
I've had orgies and swingers with other couples where the nigga that was his first time, and he couldn't perform, and I'm over there.
And so,
I'm over there putting.
See, and sometimes too, it's not that he got ED or it's just he could also because the first time it happened to me, I was fucked up about it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, I'm not this fucking old. I was like,
oh, it's called the upper floor.
So it's like you might be once again you try to impress this chick or these chicks, and it's just like you too overstimulated. It's like yeah, this ain't gonna work today. So
Damn. Yeah. That's a lot going on.
I told you. The upper floor. So it's not the
gotta
upper
find it.
room.
that's what I thought too. I was like,
It's the upper floor.
I think I want to go to heaven now.
Upper floor.
I instantly drop. I be blowing.
I can't do that.
I have to turn it off. I be so mad.
Well, you pussy dry. That's why I spin it. Oh, action.
See?
But they don't usually do that. They spit in the mouth. So
They spit in the
don't spit in the right
mouth.
area.
Oh, no, I don't.
I
I
guess
can't
I'm
do
just
spin.
I
weird
I've had
because
one
I
chick spin in the
swear,
mouth.
if you my guy, you
So, this don't. None of this sound. None of that sounds sexy.
Well,
I don't
first
think
of all,
you
that's
even
fucking gross.
hear
Why would you
it.
do that?
But that's usually what
You
you
gotta-
see. But no, but motherfuckers like that. All that. Like
I can-
that's
I
that
can-
disrespectful
I
shit.
can-
I can. But
I don't have a
But
suck
usually when
stroke.
you see it in the video,
I'd be like,
usually when you see it in
Yeah,
the
you know
video,
nothing.
that's what they do. Like,
Yeah, that shit disgusting.
I'm
That's
good.
how
I've never heard the
White
cock
people.
back. If anything, it'd just be the.
I can't. I don't even want to.
I don't even want to see
If
it.
I'm-
I don't want to see that shit. That shit is disgusting.
Even if I'm
like
spitting-
to spit in the mouth, like if you spit like spit on the pussy, that does nothing for me. Like, but you spit in the mouth. Oh
I
my
just had
god,
3 chicks that
it's a
you spit my
dub.
pussy.
Have you ever had a chick
Like,
look
what?
at you
I
like,
didn't
did
know
you
it was a
really
thing.
just do that?
Yo,
Like, cause I don't even do that noise. I just let it fall. We good.
Nah.
I can't believe you did that. Like, we already doing this. Like,
back to you liking rough, aggressive sex, though. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean?
Do you like that in real life, or
how
do you
far
like
are you
that
willing to
in
go?
porn?
Do you like?
She just said that.
I'm saying, so you like play fighting, or do you like when a guy's taking you and he's like smacking you in sex?
That video I
Is
sent
it
you.
like a
That
joke,
shit.
like
Yo.
like I'll wrestle with you
So
in the house?
no
sex?
fighting, like don't like.
No, I'm not actually
However,
fighting.
me and my friend used to be like, yeah, choke me, slap me, throw me against the closet, like.
Okay, so you like active, like moving sex in
Yeah,
motion.
like if you're hitting it from the back, I have hair, like pull my hair. If you're on top of me, you can go
Choke
like
you?
that.
Well, if I'm riding you,
Yeah, that too. It's just y'all need to learn how to slap ass because after you hit the same spot twice,
Bitch, that
motherfucker,
shit
I
hurt.
need you to rub it. Okay, like
Nah, that means that ain't no.
the fuck.
That means you don't have a high pay tolerance.
I have plenty, but
I mean, but to just ass is sensitive all of a sudden.
I have a
Nah,
tattoo on my
I-
ass, so no, it's not.
And it all depends on how hard
I'm just
it hit the
asking.
first time too.
No, y'all get carried away sometimes. Like you know what is an
Who the fuck y'all?
acceptable
Right.
slap, men in general. You know what is an okay
Sure.
slap, and then you know when you just like
I just-
really going in and your ass be like,
See, I do this. I do this. See, that's them.
ah, and they be like, no,
Oh, that's not. See, no, that's them niggas.
fuck,
But that's them niggas doing this shit. I
right?
don't do it. I just.
Yeah, you gotta.
But that's them niggas.
I mean, I got a little bit to work
Wow,
back there,
like,
so,
maybe that's why. Maybe it's like, all right, it look like it can take it.
yes, I can take twice in the same spot. That third spot be like, I'm done. Stop fucking me.
stop
Fuck
fucking
is
me.
wrong with you? For
So
real.
dressed. But,
So yeah, aggressive sex, I am definitely down for. Definitely.
One of the funniest things I ever seen was a chick in the club. Was when I was bouncing in D.C. Dude sitting on the stool. Some song came on, but the chick just like licked this nigga's legs.
I seen that shit.
And she tried to, and she was like, act like she was fucking him, but he was like trying to keep
She was a
himself
big
from
girl,
falling. Like, he's like, yo, hold the fuck up.
That is so embarrassing.
But it's,
Wait, so here's a question for you. Would you eat a nigga's ass?
If you're my man and that's what you like, I'm open to it.
the fact that she open to it is,
You have to be my dude. Like, we're not just dating. Like, we are together. Like, it's not
I respect that. I can respect that.
No, like, we are together. Because the moment you get mad at me when we break up and be like, that's why you eat my ass, like, the fuck?
Every nigga's gonna say that, though. Them niggas gonna say that. Every nigga's gonna say that. You gotta know that.
My ass be there. Like, hold on. You let her eat your ass. Hold on, let's talk about this. Fuck what she did.
So that's the whole thing. Like, you real deal have to be like,
yeah, no, we gotta be locked in.
Yeah. Like, you really have to be.
I don't
eat ass too.
No, I do not eat ass, and
So
it's
you
not
would eat ass
something
if you were
that
locked in.
No, not even if I was locked in.
Okay.
I feel like Ramon, bitch, if you let me do that, I can't look at you.
That's how I am. Like,
I can't look at
how
you.
do I look at this pretty face?
Do it.
You look so beautiful all in my ass last night.
Oh my God. So, I feel like when men say that, y'all look at it as the most gayest position. Like, y'all bent
because my legs are in the air. Yes.
Like,
yes.
I don't think it happens like that.
Oh no.
All the time.
Every time I've heard it, oh yeah. So she just lifted my leg. Yeah, this girl ate my. She lifted my leg, ate my ass. So she lifted your leg. Like that's
okay, so
that's like
she right?
She might as well ride this nigga with his legs in the air.
Hold on.
Like,
This how niggas tell a story all the time. Yeah, nah, she was sucking my dick, and then she went down to my balls, and then she went down to my Gucci, and I was liking that shit. Then she threw my legs up and started eating my ass.
Right,
and I was like,
she's stronger than you now.
About that, that's sexy, bro, to me.
Or they really just be like,
no. So she's stronger than you now.
yeah. See that?
Like, so she put you in a change of diaper position.
Be a man, sexy, ask to a woman to eat your ass. How do you ask a woman to eat your ass sexually?
Yes, come over here and eat this ass.
Sexy.
No,
yes.
so honestly, what I've heard is if you're dealing with a woman that's sexually fluent, it's an easy conversation because they're sexually fluent.
Right.
However, if she's not,
I'm your bad bitch. You're a man. Ask to eat your ass.
Sexy, like
in a sexy way.
See the place you there's no sexy. There's not even a sexy position.
This is what you say. You be like, so you eat ass or no?
No,
like you don't eat ass. But for women, but for women to actually do this, because I know a lot of women that actually do this.
Yeah,
you don't kiss.
This is what they do. They be like, you could tell if he's open to her or not because you'll give him head. You'll suck his balls, and one or two things is going to happen. Either he's going to tense up the further you go down, or he's going to relax. If he relaxes, he's open to it. If he tenses up, you might not want to do that.
You sound like you got some experience in this.
I have very live conversations.
She's slow.
But have you ever actually eaten ass?
No.
Would you? And you said you would, though.
I mean, if you're my guy.
So why haven't you?
Because a lot of men, I think they're open to it, but it's that trust. I don't feel like they've trusted me enough when we're on that level to be like, all right.
So
that's different.
So there's no sexy way to do this because you got to change your diaper position, and if you do it from the back, and let's say you just so happen to let one go, now you twerking, and none of this is.
Oh my god!
None of this is like it. I'm good.
Yo, I just realized too. If you're in doggy position and she eating your ass good, you twerking.
Yeah.
You twerking.
Yeah.
You like,
none of that.
Let a girl suck your dick from the back?
Hell no.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, have you ever had your nuts sucked?
Yes, all the time. I shit my nuts for that shit.
Yeah.
So your ass isn't too.
No,
it is too far. It is too far. That's 3 miles down the road. Hey, look, even then, my hands ain't balled up because it feel good. It's like I need to be fucking ready.
It goes back to what I said. You're either gonna tense up the further she goes down,
Yeah.
Because that's not something you're ready for.
Yeah,
but
I'm
if
good.
you
I
are
know.
susceptible to it, you
But
relax.
That logic need not apply because it's like, oh yeah, if you suck my dick, why can't I fuck your nose?
Like,
Again,
It's over right there.
if they
It's right
relax,
there.
the further you go down, the further you go down.
I don't trust my balls in the chick's mouth.
You always sucking too hard.
Like
Don't be sucking them balls.
I don't. Yo, I almost hit a motherfucker. I almost hit a motherfucker. I was like,
you do that shit.
Is there such thing as testicle bruising?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, God damn, like,
Yo,
that shit hurt.
So as she was doing it, did you tell her, or you was trying to man it out? Like,
I'm trying to get it out. but my fist is hey. Don't do it.
She wake up with me cuddling there. Okay,
Hey,
what happened? What happened? I don't even know, man. I don't even know. You was sucking my balls. You fell asleep.
Shit turned to S&M real
eye
quick.
see?
My eye hurt.
Why not just tell?
Yo, learn how to suck balls.
I mean,
it's gentle.
It feels
You
good.
gotta like lick it.
Like,
Don't
like,
be
it's
popping.
all about how you do it.
And
Like
don't
you said,
pull.
with the
There's no reason to
slapping
pull
ass.
back. It's not steak.
If you can do it right and just get the sound
Just lick
without
it.
the feeling like it hurt, cool. But
Hey, jerk and just lick the balls. That's all you do. Just jerking and lick the balls. Yeah, all that shit is.
that's a good sound until you feel it and it's done
Shit
too
slap
hard.
back.
It's like
Actually, not cool.
Oh my gosh, y'all is
too
funny.
I've never felt like a
Yeah, might as well get
I never felt like a bitch so
Imagine
much in my
if I
life. Like
on your fucking lips. I don't like that shit.
Oh my goodness.
Pussy shaking and shit. Twitching up and shit. The fuck? Yo, y'all bugging.